NoMoreNoobie here. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a basic Fortnite Solo Win video using Sharefactory on the PS4. If you're a PS4 player and want to learn how to make awesome gaming videos using Sharefactory, plus learn how to do more on YouTube and other PS4 related stuff, then this is the channel for you. So please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos like this. So what we're covering today is how to make a basic solo win video on Sharefactory, and if you play duos then don't worry, I have a how to make a duos win video almost ready to upload, so I'll put a link in the description and at the top of the screen now when this is ready to watch. So the aim of this video is to show you how to put together a basic solo win video, so it won't be anything fancy. I'll just show you how to edit the video and add music and intros and outros during the video, but if you don't know how to do the intros and outros then there are links in the description to help you there. Okay, so the first thing to say is that I rarely get to play Fortnite anywhere near as much as I'd like to, so I'm not a very good player, so please don't roast me in the comments. I'm just putting this together to try and help you make a video for yourselves. Okay, so I think this video I got 7 kills at the end of the win, so not wonderful, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So what I do is I always record the video after I've got the win, so you need to just change the settings so that you make sure you can record it after the event. So I'll show you how to do that. So what we need to do is go into settings and on the main menu, and then we just click on settings and then we go all the way down until you get to sharing and broadcast. So you click on that and then you can change, you get down to length of video clip, so you change the length of video. I think it's preset at 15 or 30, but I've changed it to 60 minutes, and what that will do is it will record the last 60 minutes of your gameplay. So if we imagine that we've just got a solo win here and we want to record it, we push the share button once on the controller, that gives us this menu, and we can push square to save the video clip, and that will save for the amount of time backwards that what we've just set it for. So if you set it for 30 minutes, it'll be 30 minutes, for example. Okay, so then you would leave the game, you would go into Sharefactory, and then you would choose, you could go into new project, and then you would get rid of these ticks here, leave one of them there for the moment. You would always try and rename your project, I recommend that, so we're just going to put Win 20, and then what we would do is once you're in this part here, you would go into, you push cross, add clip, and then you go to most recent, and your gameplay should be sat right there ready for you to use. Push cross to select the video and then square to add the video to your project, and then that will take you to the editing part where you can start editing it. But let's pretend you've been working on it already. You could go to my projects and find the video there if you've already been working on it, but let's go into it anyway, and this is where the editing will start happening. And you can see we've got a video which is 22 minutes and 16 seconds long, so that's far too long. People aren't going to want to sit and watch that for a solo game, or I certainly wouldn't anyway, so we want to chop it down and get rid of the boring stuff. The way we do that is by splitting the clip, by pushing square and split clip, and then you can confirm it each time you want to split the clip there. So I would suggest having the lobby only for a second if you want the lobby in your video, then the bus just for a few seconds. So we're going to get rid of a section here. I would suggest having the bus route shown on your video as well, because it's useful. A lot of people like to see where your bus route is. And then once you've jumped off the bus, I would suggest clipping it, splitting it there as well, and then you can forward it all the way across to where you're just about to land. So this is what I would always do anyway. Just before I'm about to land, I'll split it again and I'll get rid of all that flying section, because again, people don't care for watching you flying through the sky generally. The exception to this would be, you know, getting rid of these sort of things would be as if you've got running commentary and you've got something interesting to say throughout it. But if you've just got music in the background, or you are not talking and it's just the gameplay, I would recommend you always get rid of the boring stuff like the flying or just running across the map or chopping down trees and getting materials and all that sort of thing, because it's boring. And generally if I look on a video and it's just got somebody running across the map for ages or just chopping down trees, I'll either forward it till there's something exciting, or I will just not even bother watching it if it's a really long clip as well. So if you're looking to do this for YouTube, you want watch time on your videos, and if it's boring, people are going to just turn off. So I would suggest clipping it to get it all the way to the points that are interesting, just have the highlights in effect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the editing for the rest of the video, and just as an example here, we've just left the building and we're just running up the hill here. Now it's only a small section we're going to delete, but at the top of the hill we get somebody drop down on from a helicopter on us. So from leaving the building, we can see we're starting to run up the hill. We're going to cut it just as we've left the building and started running up the hill, and then we're going to cut it again just before the helicopter drops down on us, and delete that section there. And because it gives us a bit of continual play, so we know that we're running up a hill, it then starts again when we're at the top of the hill. So it's not like we was in chopping down trees somewhere and then we ended up in a building, or so it gives you a bit of continual play is what I'm kind of saying here. So worth bearing in mind. And another example is, in a minute we get onto the helicopter, so I recorded the bit where we're taking off in the helicopter, but I deleted all the stuff where we're just flying around waiting, looking for somebody to attack. So I then split it again just as we were actually about to get a supply drop, I think. So again, getting rid of the boring stuff. So that's what I'm trying to emphasize there. Okay, so once we've gone through the whole game and we've split the clips everywhere we want to, then what we want to do is make the clips a little bit more flowing. So if you see as we flick through these, it just jumps from one clip to another. So we want to change that, and the way we do that is we go into the video we want, we push cross, and then we click on add transition, and we've got the options of all these different transitions, and it's basically where one clip flows into another one. So you've got all these different choices. I personally always go to dissolves and crossfade. So it's add transition, dissolves, crossfade. So I'll just play those, and you can see it just fades gently from one video to another. So you can play about with these, but I'm going to go ahead and add this to every change of video here. So the only time you wouldn't do this is if you've split it in the wrong place accidentally and you just left it there, because it automatically flows into the video without any kind of split anyway. So it's up to you how you want to do that. Okay, so we've got the video at its very basic form, so if you really wanted to, you could upload it how it is now, but what I would suggest is doing a couple of extra steps just to make it a bit better. So we could add music by pushing the cross button and then click on add music, and Sharefactory gives us around 20 tracks, all free, already installed, ready to use. So you could click on any of these and put them in if you want to. I'm going to add music which I've downloaded, and I've got a couple of other videos on how to find free music and install them, so do check those out. But we're going to use this extinction level event music clip that I downloaded, and so you just push cross to confirm that, and it puts it straight over to your video there. Now you will need to move it about to where you want it, so I'm going to go to the end of the music track, and I know that it stops quite abruptly, which is really good because we're going to put it as a bit of suspense music at the end of the video only, so it's not going to be throughout the whole video clip. And we're going to go to where we want it, or where we know the music abruptly ends, and then we're going to push the square button, and then we're going to click on move music track, and we're going to move it side to side to wherever we want it to go in line with the video. So we've just got the victory royale, so I'm going to move it to just before it's about to get the victory, and then I'm going to push the cross button to confirm it, and that will put it roughly in the place that we want it to go. So hopefully it ends just as we get that final kill. Now typically the guy blew himself up, which is normally what I do, but this is, you know, how I want it to end here. Now what you can do is you can fade music in and out. You've got all these different options, deleting the music and all that, but if you wanted to fade it in, you just go to fade in, and you can change the duration of the fade. Now this music fades itself in and fades itself out, so I don't need to worry about that. You can change the music volume by again pushing square and changing the volume to where you want it, and you can push prioritize, and that will put the music as a priority over gameplay and other things. Okay, you can also do the add to all if you've got various music clips. Okay, you can also go onto your gameplay and check the volume of the gameplay, so you can move that up and down to where you want it. And if you've got various clips, apply to all, do that so that it does the same volume to all of the clips, so you haven't got it bouncing up and down to different levels. Okay, going on to shout out of the day. Today's shout out is Stormer237, so please do check out their channel and do consider subscribing if you like their content. Stormer237 has commented on my videos a lot, which has been really appreciated, so thank you. Okay, moving on to the last few bits of the video, what we want to do is we want to go to add the intro and outro. So you can go to add clip and then you just find your pre-made intro and outro and click on both of those to add them to your video. If you don't know how to make intros and outros, I've got other videos on those, so do check those out in the playlist. But what you can do is you can, once you've added them, you go onto the video and you push the square button and you can then click on move and you can move it all the way to the beginning of the video. Okay, we add a transition to the video as well to make it go nicely into the next clip, and then we'll do the same for the outro as well to make that nice and tidy. Once you've done that, you're ready to upload. I would suggest going through it all again, listen to it, make sure everything's correct. Once you're happy with it, you're ready to upload. And if you haven't uploaded before and you want to learn how to do it, I've got a video on that. Do check that out on the playlist and I'll put it on the screen as well and in the description. But hopefully you found this useful, and if you have any questions, do ask me in the comments section. Please do check out all my other videos. I've got so many Sharefactory videos now and there's lots more to come. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you very much for watching.